I hate spending money on video games, not because I'm broke, but because when presented with the option to buy a $60 game or $60 worth of food,
I'ma eat it.
As the ultimate min-maxer, I'm gonna make sure I pay the least amount for the most amount of value possible. This very concept is why most of the games I've purchased on Steam are under $20. But you know, finding good games for cheap can sometimes be very hard. But my experience as a mobile gamer has really given me this ability to just discern trash from a genuinely good game. Whether it be during Steam sales or browsing the $10 and unders tab on Steam, I'm always looking for cheap games to sink countless hours into. Due to the games I played growing up, I tend to have a major bias towards 2D or pixelated games, which luckily for me end up being on the cheaper side of the spectrum. Sometimes I find a game so good and so cheap that I've gone beyond penny pinching. I think I might be Hey guys, EnderHerve here, bringing you another episode of Pixel Pinching. On this episode, we're going to be talking about Necrosmith 2, a tower defense game where your goal is to raise an army of monsters to defend against and destroy your enemies. You can pick up Necrosmith 2 for $7.99 or $3.99 when it's on sale. Now, right off the bat, you may be wondering why I'm not reviewing Necrosmith 1, or even doing a double review. Well, the answer is quite simple. When I found Necrosmith 1, the reviews were saying that it lacked a couple of mechanics to make the game more fun. And that's when I found out that they were making a sequel with more features, so I just waited for it to drop, and here we are. In Necrosmith 2, you collect body parts of various monsters and use them to summon loyal followers. To summon a follower, you need a head, a left arm, a right arm, a left leg, a right leg, and also a chest piece. You can mix and match body parts from different types of monsters to create whatever amalgamation you want, as long as you have the required types of parts and the mana to summon the minion. Certain combinations are intended and will remain shown under the recipes menu. Most of these recipes are pretty intuitive, but I'll still leave a recipe guide in the description if you're having a hard time finding them. These special minions often come with special bonuses and are stronger than the minions with a random combination of body parts. When you summon a minion, you can set it to guard the tower, collect resources, guard a specific area, attack other enemies, or attack enemy strongholds. You even have the option to control your minion with WASD if you feel like the AI is not going the right way. As your minions explore the map, they pick up gold, mana, body parts, and iron. Gold is used to purchase permanent upgrades after the run. Mana and body parts are used to summon minions, and iron is used to purchase buildings and upgrade them. These buildings come from destroying libraries randomly scattered across the map. On top of libraries, you can capture buildings that generate you resources and capture portals that allow you to summon your minions on that position. Over time, enemy strongholds will appear on the map and spawn enemies that run straight towards your tower to destroy it. The only way to stop this onslaught of enemies from destroying your tower is by sending a couple minions of your own to destroy the stronghold. These strongholds are equipped with their own defenses on top of spawning enemies, so you need to time your attack wisely so that your minions don't get overwhelmed. As the game progresses, stronger strongholds will spawn until you defeat them all or your tower gets destroyed. Every 5 to 10 minutes, bosses will spawn near your tower and come try to destroy it. Most regular minions in this game cannot handle the bosses, which is why you have the ability to summon boss minions, called Titans. These Titans require you to offer up hundreds of parts. On the home screen, you can use your gold you collected during your run to unlock spells and machines that generate specific body parts at nightfall. Additionally, you can equip the relics you found in game to give you and your minions some passive bonuses during future runs. This game is practically a real-time strategy game, but much simpler. Your max number of minions is 15, and honestly, there isn't too much to manage. You'll get to a certain point where the game plays itself, and you'll only need to worry about sending your titans to defeat bosses before they reach your tower. That being said though, this game is super grindy. You will lose a lot, especially on disc 2 and 3, before you see any progress, which plays into the roguelike aspects of the game. Well, roguelite, not like, because there is a difference. And yes, this game is tagged as a roguelite. My advice would be to find the Holy Grail relic on the second disc and farm the first disc until you have your lightning and cat spell maxed out. Also, you should completely max out the harpy part generator. At that point, you should be able to beat the second disc, since your lightning spell should be able to one-shot most strongholds. Once you're able to beat the second disc consistently, you want to farm that one as well, until you've maxed almost everything out. Then, good luck, because disc 3 is pretty hard. If you're maxed out, you probably won't have that hard of a time, since you'll be able to use Cybersaurus and mech parts to create some pretty strong minions. To farm the discs, all you really need to do is keep playing until you leave an insignificant amount of strongholds alive. Then, set your units to collect everything on the map. Once everything is collected, you can set them to all attack the strongholds and end the run. Farming the discs can take hours, but is important if you want to unlock all the relics and titan pieces and upgrade your character for future runs. Since I don't mind like grinding games for hours and I have implicit biases towards necromancer games, I really enjoy playing this game. However, I can admit that the gameplay is a little bit boring to grind. If you're not into slow-paced games like this one, you probably won't enjoy playing it. You only really need to pay attention during the early game, but once you start summoning stronger minions, there really isn't much to do but sit back and let your minions do all the work. Once you start finding some decent minion recipes, you'll know what you're looking for in order to win. Also, without the Holy Grail relic, the game is kind of unplayable. The resources you gain from this relic by destroying strongholds allows you to snowball so well that without it, I can guarantee you will run out of resources and get overwhelmed in a heartbeat. The Starflower relic is also really good at keeping your scouts alive as they collect resources near enemy strongholds. Once you've beaten all 3 discs, there really isn't anything much to do. I clocked in 33 hours on this game, which isn't bad, but realistically it's like 20 hours since I had to start a whole new file just to get one achievement. You unlock Chaos Mode after beating the 3rd disc, but even that isn't crazy as I beat it on my first try of playing it, and it doesn't offer any new relics or any new unlocks after that. There seems to be more content planned for this game, since a lot of the relic slots are still empty, but for now, the game feels a little bit blank when you are maxed out. There are hundreds of recipes in this game which I guess I could try to collect, but I have no real desire to do so since they aren't needed to beat the game or for an achievement. Of course, just like most of the games I've showed off on this series, I went ahead and got all the achievements for it, but some of them were hidden at first, so I didn't know that I had to do a specific thing, and to do that thing, I literally had to start over basically, so I added another like 10 hours to my playthrough. In the future, I hope they add like an endless mode, because right now, once you destroy the last stronghold, they spawn the Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper comes, and he just one-shots everything, one-shots your tower, and you can't damage him. So I would like to see a way to either like beat the Grim Reaper or just an endless mode that when you beat the last stronghold, the map would like refresh, respawning all the resources and spawning more strongholds to fight until you just get too overwhelmed. Even adding some type of way to actually like follow your minions as they move around the map, because right now the only real way to do that is if you like take control of them. Like if you click a minion, it takes you to where they are on the map and then locks the camera there. So if they move out of the camera's range, you're not going to be following them anymore. So I kind of just want a way to just like follow my minion and see like what he's on, you know, like just watch him as he goes conquer the lands, you know. But yeah, until then, until they add some more stuff, I'm putting the game down. So yeah, Necrosmith 2 is a slow-paced game where you raise an army of minions to defend your tower. This game is a perfect time waster and can even be played while doing other things, which is always fun. Hopefully they add some more challenging content for maxed out players, but for now, I enjoyed the game for what it was. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want, and I'll catch you on the flip. Damn, those are all the games I had in the pixel pitching trailer. I wonder what I'm gonna do next. Meh, I'm sure I'll figure it out.